Hi everyone, this is Anna from Koala Soap. Today I'm going to be making a glycerin soap mixed with some Just Mica. I want to see if it helps with the swirls a little bit. I think it will. Let's see. I'm going to be using Alpine Frost. My husband really likes this scent. I find it to be a little bit like Irish Spring. We've made a soap with this one before. I have my 3 little bath bombs. They already have some alcohol in it. This alcohol is 91%, and as you know, I prefer the 99%. I'm waiting to run out of these, so I guess I'll have to make some more soap so we can get there sooner. I've gone ahead and I've used my scale. We know this holds approximately 20 ounces of soap. I'm making a smaller mold, and I already have it cut up here. So we're going to go ahead and put this into the microwave, and we are going to go ahead and get going. Okay, so these are now melted down. They're at about 140 right now, 145. So I already have them, they're already getting a skin. We know that the clear soap base cools down a lot quicker than an opaque base like goat's milk or shea butter. So we're gonna go ahead, I wanna try a little something. I already have my alcohol into our bath bomb molds. And I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of the Just Mica into this one. And then we're going to add yellow. And then finally, we're going to put in our green into the other mold here. Okay, we're just going to start mixing these up. I'm only going to put the white mica, Just Mica, into one of these with a colorant, not into both of them, because I do want one color to stand out a little bit more than the other. I probably need a little bit more in this one here. Okay. I love the pour spout ones because now I don't have to use a pipette all the time to get the alcohol in there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the yellow alone, and we will do that by itself. So we'll go ahead and put that in. We're going to make this a yellow, and we're going to make it a stronger yellow by not putting anything else in with that color. We're going to make this one green, but we're going to lighten it a little bit with this Just Mica. So we'll go ahead and get that in. I think you can achieve some swirls a little bit easier. Let's go ahead and mix these. When you do a glycerin soap, well, usually how I do this is I would do a titanium dioxide and mix a color. I wanted to see how the Just Mica would work. So it would lighten the color a little bit, but not completely. And the alcohol will evaporate. We also know that the glycerin bases cool down a lot faster than the goat's milk or the shea butter that I use. And links to everything that I'm using are down below. And I did put the Alpine Frost in already. I don't know if I already told you that. Let's see where we're at here. That one says 128. This one says 129. So when you pour the alcohol in with your colorant, it really does cool it down. I like to pour when it's at a very low temp, especially when I'm going to do a swirl like this instead of using our silicone, flat silicone cake pan that we use. What I'm going to do So I'm going to let these cool down a little bit more. These are in the 120s. I want to see how low we can get these. I don't want a lot of skin. I want a little skin. And we're going to see if we can, you know, make it look, I don't know, a really neat design. So let's go ahead. We'll let these cool down a little bit more. Then we'll come back and we'll pour into our mold. Okay, so I have been letting these cool down. They're very cool now, and you can see that there's a lot of skin starting to develop. At this point, we are at 107 and 104. You want to pour these only within a couple of degrees difference of each other. This is in Fahrenheit. I am going to go ahead and see how cool I can get it before it. I would like to see some thicker skin on here before we actually pour. It's getting thick now. The green to me still feels a little fluid, but they're both very cool. They are very cool to touch. And you can tell if you don't have a thermal laser gun like this, I don't know if you can see it, but it's really just to stir it. It's, oh, I don't know what the consistency is. It's very, very thick. This one's much thicker than this one. The only difference with this, other than the color, was that we added the Just Mica, the whiter one, to make this just a little bit lighter. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. This, I think I'm just going to go ahead and pour now. I'm not going to touch the soap, so I'm just going to pour without the gloves on. And I am anticipating that it's a little bit, yeah, there's a lot of skin on there. This is going to be a little bit less than what we needed, but I wanted to see how low I could get the temperature on this base before I poured. And you can see it's already setting right there. Okay. Now I'm going to stir it around. We'll just move it around there. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and let this cool down, and then we'll unmold it. I'm hoping that there's going to be enough of a distinction in here for us to see. You could tell we're a little bit low on our measurements. It's because I had approximately, I rechecked the block. It was, I think, 17 ounces, so we were about 3 ounces short, and that's fine. I just kind of want to see how this goes. We'll go ahead and squirt it with some alcohol. We're going to wait for it to cool, and then we will go ahead and unmold. So we'll see you very shortly. Okay, and we're back. I've gone ahead and unmolded it. I try to unmold it before I film because it takes me a little while to get it out of this mold. And here we are, and this is what it looks like. So we're going to go ahead. When you're using this kind of a cutter, what I've learned is you want to push it in, obviously, and you want to push it all the way over to one side or the other. If you keep it in the middle, that's where you start to get in trouble and it starts to move around on you. So what I do is I move it over to one side as much as possible, and then I go ahead and cut. And we go ahead and just push it down, and we will twist it off. There. Looks nice. It smells wonderful. This is a really good scent. There you go. And then this one will have a slightly smaller piece. Now these soaps were at a special request. These will not be on my website because they're going right out as soon as I give them about 24 hours just to make sure and clean off the edges here. And there you go. Smells wonderful, looks great. And then here's our little tester one that'll be for the house. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Anna from Koala Soap, and we will see you very soon. Bye.